All right, well, today we're going to be discussing about different modalities that also partner well with essential oils. So we've got Trudy Askew with us here today, as well as Judith Ritchie, and they are phenomenal members of our tribe, of our team. And of course, we love our essential oils, but sometimes we do need a little different modality and another tool in our toolbox. So we're going to bring these topics up today in just another way for you to think about other alternatives that also partner well with the holistic side of what we look at for our bodies. Trudy, let's hear from you.
Okay, well, we're going to talk about the chiropractor. And a chiropractor is a great modality to kind of complement the essential oils. So if you have any kind of spine or back issues where you require some alignment, the oils can help loosen up the muscles, but you might need some kind of adjustments. And so particularly for me, I broke my neck when I was a child, and so I've always had neck issues, always had neck pain. So the chiropractor is something that I need as a regular adjustment. And so I go in every 3 weeks. But in between that time, I apply Deep Blue Rub on my neck every evening with some marjoram oil. And that just seems to keep it loose, and I'm able to move around, and I don't have any neck pain for the first time in about 35 years. So it's been a really good help for me. Also, there are a lot of my customers that will take their babies to a chiropractor if they're having issues like with colic or ear infections. So the oils can help with that, but sometimes them being all up in the birth canal can cause some adjustment issues. So using the oils in conjunction with a chiropractic adjustment is a great complement. Okay, Roxy. Judith, you want to go ahead?
I will. That was good information, Trudy. I hadn't thought about the fact that the babies could get out of whack when they're in the birth canal. So yeah, that's cool. Very good information. And I know that chiropractic and oils just fit hand in glove. So that's a good mixture there. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about emotions and essential oils. I happen to be something called an emotion code practitioner. And what I do is I help people discover and release trapped emotions. Another way of looking at it is if you find yourself repeating thought patterns and repeating behavior patterns, it's because you have an emotion tied to whatever's impeding you, blocking you. And sometimes those emotions can come to you generationally. They've even been called generational curses. So you're carrying around the junk from your ancestors, from your parents, your grandparents, great-grandparents, and many generations back. So sometimes stuff that's affecting you, you don't even know why you're that way. I always tell people, when somebody comes and says, you're just like your Aunt June, well, yeah, you are just like your Aunt June, because that stuff's come to you naturally through the generations. The new science of epigenetics is proving that there's actually DNA evidence that we carry that from our ancestors. We don't have to hang on to it. We actually can change that on a cellular level. So the oils can come in and help that. Every single oil has an emotional component to it, emotional healing component to it. So it depends on what you're dealing with as to what oil you might want to use. For instance, there are oils that cleanse. There are oils that help you break generational patterns of thoughts and behavior. There are oils that come in and heal your heart. So as an emotion code practitioner, the first thing that I do is help you discover those emotions that are causing those blockages for you. Then we release them, and then I come up with a personalized oil blend for you to use. Sometimes you're going to use them over your heart, on the back of your neck, on the bottom of your feet, maybe on the pulse points. I've even had people who need to put them on their abdomen or the back of their, on the back, like in the small of the back. It just kind of depends on where those emotions are lodged in your body. So emotions and oils go hand in hand. Most people turn to oils traditionally for medicinal purposes, and then they find that they're having emotional shifts along with it, and sometimes they don't understand why. So this is a great book. It's called Emotions and Essentials Oils. This is the most recent copy of it. it's the 6th edition, and you can actually get it on Amazon. So if you're just interested in learning about the emotional properties of the oils, that's a way to do it. And if you want to discover and release some of those trapped emotions, I can help you with that too.
That was great, Judith. And I am a walking commercial for Judith and emotion coding, because she's released some emotions for me that I've had buried since I've been a child, and so it's been very helpful for me, along with the oils. So the next one.
Can I say one more thing, Trudy, before you go on? So I've had some people kind of go, that's kind of weird, and it is really weird. But I have to tell you that it is my God-given gift. And when Paul talks about the gifts of the church, this is one of my gifts. And this is, I really believe, like one of the reasons why I'm here. And part of my purpose is to help people with this. So it's all from God. I pray you through it. I walk you through it. And none of that weird stuff going on, that voodoo stuff, but it is definitely something that, goes hand in hand with these beautiful God-given oils. So this God-given gift too. So just wanted to add that in there.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. So the next area that I want to talk about is the naturopaths. And I've been to several, and there's a couple things you need to look out for. You're either going to have a naturopath who is looking out for the patient and is going to give you the best option and different things that you need to look at and issues that you're addressing, or you're going to have one who wants to sell you all of their products. So the minute they start getting into, well, you don't need this oil, or you don't need this product, you need to be using all of my products, you need to run for the hills. So I'm just giving you a plug on my experience, because they're just in it for selling their particular products. But a naturopath can be really helpful for the person that has some maybe major issues, anything that might be inflammatory. Some of those inflammatory things like lupus and MS, those kind of things, the IBS, some of those things. The oils are really good for those, but you really need to address the whole picture of what's going on in your life, kind of like what we've been talking about in this with the wellness pyramid. You cannot just address, if you've got something major like this, you need to discover whether you've got leaky gut or not. And a naturopath can help you with that, maybe running some allergy testings and just getting you on the right diet and focus from that perspective. So in that, this is going to be a great complement to the oils, and a lot of the naturopaths are now starting to use doTERRA oils in their practices, and so that's been very helpful there as well. Okay, Roxy, back to you.
Fantastic. Thank you, ladies, both of you, so much, and just your insight and willingness to pour into other like-minded individuals. I know sometimes we feel alone, right, in this journey, and hopefully not. We've got this great community with Oil Camp where we can educate ourselves, and we talk about the oils, how they're like, if you're building a table or anything like that, you're getting rotted wood, right? Maybe you've got rotted wood that's not healthy, but we've got the best nails. We've got the best nails, we've got the best oils, but if we're not taking care of the whole, we're going to have a problem. And so I love that holistic approach where looking at the foundation of health and how it impacts every aspect of it. So thank you, both of you, for being here today, for introducing us to other options and modalities that are available to us. And even the oils, at first, it sounded weird, right? And so just be open to it and start researching and find if this might be an option for you for some results. So thank you so much. Have a great day.